I picked up spoons because I was hungry. I was hopping trains, and eventually I ended up running into some kids who had stolen a pair of spoons off of some outdoor seating at a restaurant. And one of the kids taught me how to roll them down my fingers, and I just kind of went with it. We've got 2 amazing, talented strings players and vocalists, and then a crazy spoon lady. And we all kind of take front and center, I feel. My spoon box ends up being my junk drawer. Well, the fly-by-night rounders are Chris Rodriguez and Vaden Landers and I. I don't know if we're going to be doing all that or not, but maybe I should be prepared. I'll take the bones. Willie! I'm going to get Vaden. You know, I wanted to play along with my friends. You know, I wasn't necessarily thinking, oh, I'm going to be a professional spoon player. I'm going to be the spoon lady. It was, well, maybe I can make enough to go get a hamburger. These are just 2 normal spoons. They're not magical spoons, and they're not made for music. They're just regular steel spoons. So everywhere you cup with your hand makes a different noise. Everywhere you move the top spoon makes another noise. So there's a gallop. Which turns into, which is just me pushing down on this one. You can't come up here, we're not getting out.
Do you do other work, or do you primarily play out with Abby?
That's all I do is play with Abby. I've kind of like classified myself as unhireable, kind of in a way.
Yeah. Join the crew.
I just want, yeah, you know, me and Abby have had extensive conversations about being unemployable. But, and then, so yeah, I don't know, I just like to get guitars. People pay me to do it. I just live regardless, I guess. But yeah, I definitely like to make money doing it.
It is very rare that a band can earn a living on the street. We're really, really lucky to have found each other. That's one thing I really kind of like about this band, is that we don't necessarily have a front man.
I love you too. Have a good day. Really good. Hesitation, who's coming knock on my door? Tell me how long must have got you away. Can I get you now? Must I hesitate?
We are super excited y'all are here. It's gonna be fun.
We playing in the gym?
No, you're gonna play in the cafeteria. It's like,
cool.
you know, a dine and, you know, entertainment kind of thing.
Cool.
How are you? We're gonna set up right down here.
When you're on the street and you're an acoustic band, you have to learn to use your instrument the right way, project your voice the right way, your facial expressions, the way you move, the way you stomp your feet. Your audience is watching all those tiny little aspects. And sometimes when you're placed on a stage and you're lifted above folks, sometimes some of those aspects kind of disappear. When I left Nashville and I came here, I started realizing, oh wait, people are paying attention to me. That's when I decided I wanted to get involved in the local government stuff. Expanding sidewalks is the biggest issue in Asheville, and that is still something that the city is not discussing as much as they should be. And if we do not expand sidewalks in Asheville, busking will be lost eventually. And that's just the fact of it. Our band we're a little scared we're going to get shut down from having too big of crowds. And it's a little scary to us because that's our primary source of income.
Well, this is actually a group of community leaders in the music scene.
Yeah,
so you're in the perfect
this
thing.
is a really cool
There's
thing.
some real luminaries here.
City officials tend to jump very, very quickly to intense regulation. In 2014, somebody from the police department had brought a memo to the city council saying that they wanted there to be permits. They were talking about scheduled spaces. They were talking about assigned spots. It was a pretty hefty, scary list for us. And so we had a meeting and dozens and dozens of performers showed up. So we created the Buskers Collective, and since then, I feel as if our city and our councilman has started to really hear us and listen and want to cherish this part of the city. Okay, do you notice what happened? They painted our lines.
Whoa.
They painted our line. This is where we usually play. And people end up standing in the street a lot, and so we think, and these lines weren't here last week, and so we think if these lines are here, they're gonna know, oh, this is the street, and so excited about the crosswalk lines. You know, and little changes to city infrastructure is super helpful. Even a tiny little thing like that is gonna be massively helpful. We've had a lot of other cities looking at what Asheville is doing, and even Fort Lauderdale, Florida, they've contacted us, and they've recently updated their laws in Fort Lauderdale, and now busking is legal. And so that's pretty awesome, you know, one city at a time. We should make a fort back here. Can we make a fort, please? I had a little bit of a trouble assimilating a little bit when I got back off the road. When you don't have 30 emails a day to answer, and you don't have to worry about rent and electric and water and car insurance, you know, and all you have to worry about is where you're eating, where you're going, where you're sleeping. It really puts things into perspective. What's important and what isn't. I got married really, really young. And through the course of the marriage, I had some very, very bad and violent things happen to me. And that's why I started hopping trains. I didn't have anywhere else to go. I thought my life was over. It felt like that, you know, but looking back on it, my life was just really starting.